This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed MC, SIXXPHO. But before we get to our interview, here is a sneak peek at his incredible song, Over Keys.
And I've been holding this pain since I was adolescent. Sometimes it rain on me, every time it rain on me. I pray they make it better ever since they changed on me. I hope they moving better cause I keep that pain on me. At times I gotta suppress it cause I've been holding this pain since I was adolescent. I got this rain on me and I can't seem to shake it. So I handle my biz and don't even try to wake it. So when it rain on me, sometimes I gon' let it. I gotta gon' get it. In the dark, eyes closed, mind wide open, scoping, searching for a blessing, praying I don't miss my lesson. Pain bleeding over ivory, over keys. Sometimes it takes a sitting down to really see through all the greed that's surrounding and surrounding like a hella chopper. Coming down, feel the gust of wind moving there a whole lot of. I used to take the lotters, trying to see something. But really pushing buttons, trying to chase something. My aim good, you see I'm never off. I play the field in the middle, center field without the shortstop. Run left and right, shoot straight, no shortstop. Middle man in the deal. And if they shortstop me, I'ma send them home for real. I do this for the ones who can't speak and scream. I do this for the ones who try to speak, but they can't be seen. Them pipe dreams, I used to get them off. Assault rounds and plenty guns, I used to break them off. Them rounds went to college. Threw your Duke into the temple, take knowledge.
Well, hello, SIXXPHO, how are you?
How are you doing this evening, Will, man? Blessed, honor, and privilege to share this time with you.
God bless you, my friend. Listen, I wish the audience got to hear our conversation pre-interview. Usually my favorite parts of the interview, but I will try to capture some of what we were talking about. First and foremost, SIXXPHO, talk to me about the impetus behind writing the song Over Keys.
Well, Over Keys was to kind of back up where I was in August, September, when I finally decided to sit down and start writing the album, or writing the record rather. We were in October. We buried my father-in-law, and he lost his life due to COVID and pneumonia. He was a little bit up in age.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
No, thank you for that, man. And I was just at a place where I had to get a lot of my frustrations and kind of clean my closet in a sense. And that was a catalyst behind the opening lines. I've been holding this pain since I was adolescent. And so I just wrote and went back and did a little bit of editing and I went and press record after I got done. And the end result is, when I listened back to it from the first playback and nothing was mixed, when it gave me the chill bumps, and I dropped a tear on it. I said, okay, this is ready. It's time for me to take this to post-production. And I'd held the song, and I was like, you know what? Okay, after I mixed it, mastered it, and everything, got it to my liking, it was ready. It's one of those things that if you're an independent artist, like me, then you do your own tracking, you do your own editing, you mixing and mastering, and you do your own uploading. You have a distributor, but you are your own business in a sense. And I got some artwork together and put a lyric video together for it, and put it up on Spotify I put it up through my distributor, 1RPM, to be distributed. And I pushed it for a month, and it was a blessing to put that out. It was so much of a weight lifted off my chest, after I listened to it. And I started getting reviews back. People were texting me, sending me messages to my social media, saying, the song made them cry. And it was like, okay, so I know I've got something special here. And it was more for me than it was for the fan base in a sense, but in turn it touched the fan base.
Well, and you know this, and it's you say this, you create to relate. And the fact of the matter is the fact that you went in to the vulnerable, you allowed yourself not only to heal, but you were giving other people permission to maybe deal with some emotions that they hadn't been dealing with since adolescence. So God bless you for having done the work on yourself to be a vessel and a strength and a light where others may still be in their own darkness.
Yeah, I got more return out of creating that song than I have just in about any of the other songs I've recorded. And mind you, the songs that I have recorded and released, they all are a direct reflection of my life. I don't believe in fabricating or creating some kind of facade about, who I may be or who I want to appear to be to the public and the fan base. I believe in giving you everything authentic and real, and this is just a piece of me that I share with people. So yeah,
Amen. SIXXPHO. And God bless you. And God bless you for doing that. I wanna also touch on something that, I told you off camera that I've spoken with other artists about. Talk to me about, well, I know a little bit, but for people that don't know, an MC. Talk to me about distinguishing between like a hip hop artist and an MC.
Okay, so just for the record, YouTube, everybody who's watching this video, let me just play this and let me separate these three. There's three categories. You have your rappers, your artists, and your MCs. Okay, your rappers are people who just go in and that's what they do. They'll rap their song and they'll be done. And then you have your second level, which is a little bit deeper. That is your hip hop artist. And it's no matter what their subject is, what their MO is, or the things they choose to talk about in their records, they're more relatable and it's a little bit more storytelling in the hip hop artist versus the rapper. And then you have the MC. The MC is the term that's been used since the Boogie Down Bronx, since the thing was started in the East Coast. And those are the people that have songs and they have lyrics, but they can control a crowd. They can move a crowd. They can instantly get a crowd to buy in as soon as they pick a microphone up in a venue or wherever the case may be. And that's an art, and it's not a taught art, it's a learned art. So when I released my first album in 16, I considered myself a hip hop artist then because it was more, I was with storytelling. I grew up on the storytelling. I appreciate the Rakim and the Big Daddy Kanes and the Marley Marls and the Melly Mells and the Furious Five and all the fathers who started this. And I took those lessons and soaked up as much game as I could. And I went to telling my story. And here I am, four albums later. And it's a blessing to be able to do that because I was able to to drop 3 mixtapes in 2016 and then 2017 I can make my first album, Just a Kid from a Hall. And then I came back with Winter's Window and I wanted to start diving just a little bit deeper. And it's all about evolving as an artist. And it's all about, your transition and where you want to go. You listen back to your albums and you see where you want to go, or, the whole hindsight thing where you can look back and say, okay, well, maybe I could have did this different, or I'll do this different this time. And they just evolved. And I went from Winter's Window to Guest List. And then I went totally independent with when I released the I Am SIXXPHO album in 2018. And basically that was a compilation of my favorite records. And I'm working now, I started dropping, singles here and there. And it's like, I look back at my catalog now and it's like, okay, wow, I've got enough singles, to make a whole project. And you don't even think about it till you just stop one day and it's like, do I want to make an album, or do I have enough material to make an album? Then you look back at your track record, and it's all about consistency, you know. So
Right.
I, and I've got almost 25, 30 songs sitting on my hard drive right now that's gonna be for my next album, and it is for an album. I'm saving it. It's called The Departure, and this is it's easily my best work. A lot of people that I track with and I work with musically, they ask me, when you gonna release this album? It's like, I don't know. It's just I'm on my own time now, and that's the most beautiful thing
That's
about
right.
being an independent artist is you can do this when you want to.
Amen. SIXXPHO, listen, I could speak with you all day. You are also an amazing speaker. You are incredibly moving. I'm tearing up over here, still recovering from what you had shared at the beginning of the interview. You're a beautiful soul and an amazing artist. And I just want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible SIXXPHO, you could read more about him right below this video. SIXXPHO, God bless you. And thank you for your time. And I'm also so grateful that we're now connected.